Yeah, cruising in the ocean with my fellas, waving at the shore, we got all them people jealous. They see that we shining from way over yonder. Gotta thank my father, my sponsor, for putting me on board and also giving me the capability to live life with no fear, create buzz with no beer. God is the reason why I live like this. Now everybody hating me, now I feel like Chris. Working out, eating right, now I look like this. Phone filled with different numbers, now my ex all pissed. Now I'm playing, she don't care cause she move like this. Man, I ain't hating cause she bad, man, we all ruthless. Man, I got money in my pocket, diamonds on my pinky, and that brain I won't speak on, cause y'all won't put no leash on me. Let me run about your way, get my Tyreek on. Fly to Miami to get my beach on. Preach on.
Alrighty.
15 years.
Survey says.
Yup. Obafemi is seemingly confirmed to be the rumored opponent for a certain someone, a beast incarnate, a monster, a Brock Lesnar.
Yep.
So yeah, let's talk about that. Let's get into it because I think generally all the fans, and I'm not saying literally some fans don't, but legitimately all the fans pretty much want to see this match. I mean, it happen.
That's true.
So, BZ, do you think by that report alone it is true, or do you get a sense that the WWE might have to pivot because they don't want no plans to be revealed or whatever like that based off of reports?
I think it's true, but
Okay,
it's a bad part. It's a bad side of it.
go ahead.
It's a bad side to look at this, but I think it's true though.
Let's get into the bed.
The bad is they said in Brock's contract he don't want to lose till SummerSlam, which means that he will beat Obafemi at Mania.
Yeah, that's not a good look.
And if that's the case, I don't want Obafemi fighting him. I'll wait till
Yeah, especially when
SummerSlam.
you're bringing. Yeah, that makes so much sense. Now it made that was starting to make all the more sense.
Yeah,
If
now
Brock
I'm,
is
I'm
set
very,
to win, right? If Brock is set to win, then at this point, and I say this reference because I still got love for him and I still want to see him succeed and do well and win work out one day. Give me LA Knight.
yeah, give me LA Knight.
Give me LA Knight.
Yep.
Because if you're going to do Obafemi like that and Brock Lesnar, unless they want to go into a certain finish where you can protect both men,
Right.
right? Unless they go into that route, I'm gonna be honest. I don't like the idea at all of Obafemi losing
Losing to
at
Brock
all.
at all. What? How does that look? If Brock is on his way
Not
out,
good.
and you got the new Brock in, but he can't beat the old Brock. Why are we doing this?
Yeah, yeah. It's like it's one of those things where it's like for a first time match on paper, that's a money match.
It
That's a
is.
draw, right?
Yep.
But at the same as that time, you also look at it from a different lens and go, well, if Brock is to go ahead and win, how is that favor over if he's not going over?
That's
Especially for a guy who just came to the main roster just this year alone.
exactly.
So you can't just go ahead and do that again unless the WWE wants to go into the route of let's kind of like bridge the gap a little bit of having over seemingly win against Brock Lesnar, but it results in a finish where it ends in a no contest. But even then, if that was to lead to them say they have a rematch later down the line and Brock wins against Oba, I had trouble I had trouble understanding how that makes sense.
Right. Right.
So at this point, BZ, and you called it, and you said between Oba or Gunther. At this point, have Oba fan face Gunther now at SummerSlam. I want to see it at Mania. I really do. Don't get me wrong. But if the intention is to have Brock like win, nah, bro.
I don't want it. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
I don't want
I
it.
love Brock, and I want to see him continuously win, but not against a young up and coming like upstart in the form of Oba Femi.
Unless they do it the way you said. They
Right.
just kill each other to the point to where it turns into a DQ and all of that stuff. So now it leads to like a no DQ at Money in the Bank or a backlash or something like that, and they keep going all the way until you or until it's till SummerSlam, and then he officially beats him all the way. So you can use it as a starter. If you use it as a starter, I'll take it. But if you
That's
just like
fine.
off over Femi, no, I'm like, without that, I don't want it.
BZ, I love that idea. The only problem with that idea is, do you risk the idea of us not getting the urgent matches? Like, for instance, I still want to see Robert versus Gunther. And we weren't giving that.
Oh, that's the SummerSlam joint because he got to retire for Larry to be upset. He has to do that.
Yes. Career killer. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Oba could do it too, and he will benefit greatly as well.
That's true.
Um, but to your point, yeah, you you definitely want to do it to where it's like, man, you want to leave people feeling up happy they Brock lost in his last match. Which, by the way, I keep saying this and I'll say this again. When a legend tends to go out and they want to have a one more run and they go on their last match, typically what tends to happen is they lose their last match.
Yeah.
But what do I know, right? So, yeah, it's an interesting case scenario because you could go about it either way. Okay, say Brock Lesnar does in fact face Obafemi, and say he does win the match. Where do you go? If you are the writer and you're part of Obafemi's creative, what do you do with Obafemi next?
I mean, whatever you want, because Obafemi's still Obafemi regardless. He just lost to the beast that's still around. So we just don't want to see it because Obafemi has just been tearing everybody up. So what we don't want to see is him lose like that. But if he does lose to Brock Lesnar like that, I mean, we
Lose,
can't be.
have him lose strong. Have him lose strong then.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, don't get him squashed. I'm like, bro, if you get squashed, I'm
Hell
like, bro,
no.
Brock Lesnar is about to be gone in a couple months. Why the heck did y'all just allow him to squash him? I'm like, no,
Yeah,
that's
that would
not
make
it.
no sense. That would make no sense, especially
None.
since y'all been doing that for weeks with him, especially everybody, including Rusev.
That's
And
what I'm
Rusev is
saying.
still, and Rusev is on caliber of Brock Lesnar too. So it's just like
Yeah,
that would
and
make
that's what,
no sense.
and none. None. That's why it wouldn't make no sense. So that's why I'm like, if y'all do a match and if Brock Lesnar actually wins the match, I'm not mad at that if it's a banger because Brock Lesnar is still Brock Lesnar. So we're not gonna act like Brock Lesnar still ain't Brock Lesnar, but still, he with over Femi after that, he just I don't know goes back to the drawing board. He just not go back to the drawing board, but he can still squash everybody else or whatever. But he had to do it in a different fashion. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying, if he really
Hmm.
has to go against Brock Lesnar, they should have never let him squash all them other people because it's
Right.
gonna look crazy. So now you going back to the WWE squashing everybody, but you couldn't do it to Brock. I'm like, why are we doing this thing?
Hmm.
So I don't know where they go after that, but it shouldn't be that much tweaking. I think he should just have one match. I mean, right now they got him listed. Well, I haven't seen him. I haven't seen him wrestle on Raw at all. So is he a SmackDown person?
Well, he wrestled on Raw this past week against Rusev.
Oh, that's what that was.
Yeah, that was his first Raw
Yeah.
match,
Okay.
literally.
All right. Well,
Literally.
that was Raw. Okay. All right. Well.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then, yeah. I
Yeah.
don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, he's just. I don't know. He
But
do
there was
whatever he
one thing
want.
detail that I will say that was interesting to note though about Obo when it comes to his contract and where he is going to land as far as like what brand he'll be on like for the most part. I didn't know that he did the same for Danhausen, which makes me think the WWE might be doing a brand split coming at the Mania.
Mm.
They might do that. And that's part of why they've been holding off on Obafemi because they want to experiment with him a little bit more prior to after Mania's over with. Because by the time we get to Backlash, that's when they do the whole brand split thing. But even then, I'm also just kind of like, if we do the brand split, can we please honor the fact that they're on separate brands and not go back and forth with switching them? Just stop doing that.
That's the bad part about the brand split. It's because they don't
Literally,
ever follow that. They don't ever follow pursuit when it comes to that. I'm like, bro, if you're on the blue brand, I don't want to see you over here. I don't care what kind of
at
hypeness or
all.
whatever is over here. I don't want to see you over here. This is not your show. You can't
Right.
put your title on the line over here, then done with it.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah, so yeah. I think they really need to stand on business with that. I
Hey,
really think
listen.
that they need to. Keep that going and stay on your side. Don't come over here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I would completely agree with that. Yes. Yes, yes, yes.
But
And
they
okay.
keep doing that. They keep letting Cody go on both shows. They keep letting everybody go on both shows. And I'm like, no, bro. They stay on your show.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I will say it will be interesting to see Cody Rhodes as WWE champion if he was to make it past Mania on Monday Raw. That would be different. So the WWE Championship will finally be back on Raw, and the World Heavyweight title will be on SmackDown. It remind me of like how they did SmackDown back in the day. And to me,
Mm,
I'm not gonna lie, that to me sounds very appealing and different. I want to see it happen.
mm,
Like like Punk is over on SmackDown, Cody's is over at Raw. Say they retain their belts. You know what I'm saying? Like to me, that will change the landscape in a different way. And I wonder how will both shows be, going forward in terms of how we will view them. You know what I'm
mm-hmm,
saying? Like that would
mm-hmm.
be very interesting. So I don't know. I mean, if they do it again, BZ, like you just said, please do not, for the love of God, do not insult our intelligence when it
Right,
comes to the brand split. If you're going to do a brand split, let it stay permanent. And if you need to have any caveats, well, just make that. I tell you what, if they want to do it that way, to where they can have certain stars come on each show, have that already established during the brand split.
right,
Just be like, they can come to the shows, but they're not permanently on a show. So they can come in there momentarily, but it's not always permanent turning. So like Cody Rhodes could come over to SmackDown, but it'd be for like maybe one or two occasions. That's it. That's all you gotta
right.
do. There you
Yeah,
go. Don't do it to where like they can go and flip flop between brands. Stop doing that nonsense. Stop.
yeah. They
They got
keep
enough
doing
talent
it.
as it already is.
Right.
And I look at it like this, and I still stand by my idea, and that is the idea of bringing NXT talent across the board onto Raw or SmackDown, not the main roster talent,
I mean, okay.
like a draft, basically, like how you do like for the NFL
Right.
or the NBA draft. You
Uh huh.
bring in the up and coming stars and you put them over to the main roster, and if they go well, great. After about maybe 2 or 3 months, if they don't go well, send them back to NXT.
Yeah, that's a fact.
I know it sounds cruel and cutthroat, but at the same time, if you're not ready, you're not ready. That's how I do it. It would suck, but maybe WWE saying you need to do better with your promo, or you need to do better with your in-ring wrestling. Like that's how the WWE should operate. If I was the WWE, I would do it that way.
Right.
If you get upset about that, that's on you. But you're in a business where unfortunately you gotta have tough skin.
Yeah,
if
true.
you got thin skin and you can't handle that and you want to leave, go ahead. But just understand we're doing what we're doing to help you. So it's never a goal of mine to not want to see you thrive. That's just me.
That makes sense.
I mean, yeah, I mean, do you think that that's harsh or what?
No, that makes sense.
Yeah, bro. We
Bring
both
them
the
up
same
to the
all from
main
time to
roster
time.
and test them. And if the
Yeah,
fans don't eat it up or if fans don't do whatever, you can tell within 2 to 3 months if they're gonna do it there or
mm-hmm.
they ain't.
Yes. Test the waters. Test the waters. So, say for instance, if Jay Parker was to come through on Raw or SmackDown, I know it sounds messed up for me to say this, but just hear me out. Like, if she can do well with promos, but WWE's not impressed with her in-ring ability, stay for NXT for at least 2 months.
Yeah.
Or have her come back. Boom. There you go. She was going to probably smack me in my head for this idea, but at the end of the day, it's like this. You got to look at it from the standpoint of talent needs to be ready, and we can't be coming on these shows criticizing them for everything that they do.
Yeah, Trick Williams and them is ready.
Yeah, exactly. Yup. Carmelo, Last Legend, all of them. They got it. They're hitting all five. And they do more work.
What's her name? I forget. She need to be over there right now.
Yeah, I'm in complete agreement with that.
I don't know what they waiting
Totally
on
agree.
with that. She need to get over.
Yeah, yeah. They're putting her in the anti-women's top picture, from what I'm seeing.
I seen that. Yep, I seen that.
Yeah. And I'm guessing the idea is have her go on for a little bit of a run,
and
And then
then
I
she gonna
think
come over. She'll be in the Rumble.
you think maybe next year or
Yeah,
this
she'll
year?
be in 2027 Rumble.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
I was gonna say because if you want to bring Soul into the half year, I ain't mad at that. Shoot, say less.
she cold, man. She cold, cold.
She's talented as all hell. Like seriously,
Yeah,
man.
for
All
real.
hell talented.
Her talent is crazy.
Yup.
I'm like, dang, bro, she is
I'm
really
all
like
like,
that.
bro, put her with some people. Like, give me her versus Io Sky. Oh my
What you
god.
said? Who
Stephanie
was Nate
Laguerre.
Uso?
So, who?
He just put Larry just put something about Nate Uso. Who was that?
I don't know who the heck that is. Nate Uso?
Yeah,
That's a good one. All these bloodline guys.
Nate.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Nate Uso.
Nate Uso. So is he a related bloodline member? Or I don't.
I don't know. They
Nate
found a real.
Uso? Why does that sound made up for some reason? Nate Uso. Like he just want to go with Nate. You know what I'm
It's
saying? He
somebody
beat
who made a rule.
MJ.
It's probably fake, but
Yeah.
it's somebody made a reel because he just put it in the group. It's a reel.
That's his AI. Something like that. I don't know. Shout out to Nate Uso though. If he does this.
Nate Uso.
Nate Uso. Nate Uso. I just kind of like the name. I ain't gonna even hold you. Nate Uso. That sound like somebody I can see in wrestling.
Right.
For real, for real. Um, hold on, give me 1 second. All right, now we spoke about the bad parts over about Oba and Brock. What about the good part? Say if the match is designed for Oba, say that before it falls, and Oba does in fact beat Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. Where
Then
do you go
that
from
right
there?
there, that just put him. But that's what I'm saying. Like when you put, if you get Open Femi to beat Brock Lesnar right now,
Yeah.
the only person that's next on the list is Gunther. Because who else you gonna go against? Brock Lesnar is dang near the
Hmm.
is the end all be all for real, for real. Like that's a guy that nobody beats. So if you get to beat
Yep.
him, what happens after that? You can't go from him to Rey Mysterio. You can't drop.
Speaking of NLB, you just had me
You know what
remind
I'm
me of
saying?
something
You
because
can't drop
yeah, because
at all. What's going on there?
it's funny that you mentioned that because when uh
All right.
when Paul Heyman mentioned that Brock Lesnar defeated Undertaker and ended his conquer his streak, the
Mhm.
crowd booed, and I said to myself, for the love of God, why can't you guys get over that? It's just like he beat the Undertaker. The Undertaker's still a legend. He's in the Hall of Fame. Boom, boom. Like let that go. So when he announced that before he had did the open challenge thing, I said to myself, like, y'all still are upset about that? Like,
But that's because Brock didn't deserve it. You should have gave it to somebody else. Brock was already Brock. It didn't help or hurt Brock's career.
and Paul Heyman, the way he was detailing that promo, he did.
Yeah,
He's
no.
crazy.
He was
Basically,
Brock.
he tried to insinuate that Brock Lesnar is now like the other guy you can go for in terms of a main event besides Taker.
So my thing is this: if that's the case, is Cody Rhodes better than Brock Lesnar? He beat him twice. That's my point. I'm like, bro, that ain't make you no better. You couldn't beat Cody, but you beat the Undertaker. So we saying that Cody Rhodes is better than the Undertaker,
No, I don't think
right?
it was designed. I think it was based around Mania. Now I know that because when you talk about Brock getting beat by Cody, Cody beat Brock at Backlash in Puerto Rico, and he beat him at SummerSlam. The only
Right,
time Brock ended up getting a victory over Cody was when they had did that match in I think it was Saudi, and he had tested Cody out through the Moral or something like that.
right.
But yeah, to your point, I mean, that's a good question. I was just saying, like, for main purposes, I guess Paul was trying to establish that the idea of going against Brock is already like a main event match on a level, even if it's not necessarily the main event. Like you can still have that option besides going after the world title. You face the beast. You know what I'm saying? Get your behind kicked, or something like that, right? That was the idea. Is what I think he was trying to get across.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't think you can ever replace the Undertaker. With that being said, heck no. Nope. Do I just think he deserved it? No, heck no. But my point I'm trying to get at is, it is what it is. Like, let it be that. You know what I'm saying? That's how I'm looking at it. From my
Yeah, but
perspective.
at the same time, like for example, Kobe Bryant scored 81 points, and yesterday Bam Malabayu scored 83. And the
Right.
world is in an uproar. It's because that should have never been touched. Y'all don't touch those records. Leave those records alone. And
Yeah.
that's what they saying.
That's
They
a
saying
good
something
point.
like
That's a good point.
the Undertaker streak. They said that should have never been broken. That should have been
Yeah.
went down in history as the best streak of all time. Anything.
Shout out to Bam, by the way. Shout out to Bam.
Yeah,
Shout out
shout
to
out to
Bam.
him for sure.
Huge accolade right there and there too. Huge
Yeah,
accolade.
that's what
But
I'm
yeah,
saying.
that's true. But yeah,
So that's what I'm
I
saying. Like
I
some
understand
stuff
that
should have just
to that
played and
level.
stayed
Yeah,
in play. Because if I'm not
yeah.
mistaken, I think she lost now. But wasn't Charlotte Flair undefeated at Mania? But she lost now though.
That's a good question. I think Charlotte.
She was
No,
undefeated.
she was undefeated. She was undefeated. No, not
Or was it
necessarily.
Bianca? But somebody's undefeated. It might be
It was
Bianca.
Bianca. Bianca was, and they lost her. And she lost her streak, I think, last year when they did a
Yeah,
three-way
in the
match
triple
with her and
threat.
Rhea.
Yeah, in
Yep,
the
and
triple
Io.
threat.
Yep,
Yep.
yep, yep. That's when she lost it. So she's been, I think, 4-1
Yep.
so far. Yep, WrestleMania 37, 38, 39, 40, 41. Yeah, 41 was the last one she wrestled, and they lost their match. Which people have argued said that was the best match of WrestleMania last year. Do you agree?
What you mean?
Bianca versus Rhea versus Io was the best match of WrestleMania last year.
It was up there, tell you that. It was up there.
Hmm. Yeah, definitely gotta be up there.
Yeah, it was up there. I don't know if it
If I
was the
did
best one, but it was up there.
if I did a top five, I definitely put it in the top five for sure.
It was definitely
But
up
yeah,
there.
hmm. I wonder what you have above it.
I don't remember what was all on the card.
The triple threat between Punk and Roman and Seth.
Oh,
You had that. Fatu
oh
versus
yeah.
LA Knight. Gunther versus Jay. Who else was on that card? Now you got me think.
I'll never put a triple threat over anything on a one on one
You
ever.
really don't. You really don't. Yeah, you really don't.
Unless they do it
Good
on the
point.
gauntlet like they did on Monday. Other than that, it ain't fair.
Maybe for fans who are coming into this thing for the first time, explain the reason why you can't stand triple threat matches for professional wrestling in general.
Because it doesn't make sense. I mean, if you got three people fighting, only one person can win. And if one person gets taken out, and then another person wins based off of what the other person did, that's like it could be Roman, Dean, and Seth in the ring all at the same time fighting. But all of a sudden, Dean goes under the ring and chills the whole entire match. So Roman and Seth is tearing their heads off, and then he just takes advantage of Seth Rollins and then pulls him out and then wins the match. Why does that? Why is everybody excited about that? You didn't even do nothing. You won off of somebody else's work.
Oh yeah, when they throw
Terrible.
the first person
That's
off and they
terrible.
hit the pin, yeah.
Yeah, that's terrible. That's not. It's somebody else's work. Somebody else's finisher, and then you want to roll them out, and then you finish. That was not your job. That's You didn't do the finisher. They did. Oh no,
Yeah.
well, no. Giving somebody else an opportunity off of your mess up that's not what's up. But if you do it as a gauntlet, it makes total sense. I ain't got no problem because after
And
that person get
to
rolled up and
Beasley's
lost,
caveat,
then that's cool.
he's like, if you would have had, if you did it in a way where you also have the person eliminated, and then it's like a one-on-one situation, then that's where it makes sense.
Yeah,
But
that
just
made
by
more
having one
sense.
person pinfall or submitted and that's it, yeah, that's where it kind of gets a little
Especially,
murky.
yeah, especially if it's a title on the line. It's not fair. I'm like, bro, how did I lose when I really didn't lose?
BZ, this is what I call BZ logic.
Yeah,
I'm
not
gonna
fair.
determine what your logic is, and I'm gonna call it BZ logic. And your logic, I hate to say it. Matter of fact, I don't hate to say it, and I don't even hate to admit it, but it's right. It's correct.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to disagree with that because we have seen that countless times. Now, I enjoy short dark matches because of the idea of you don't know exactly who's going to win, and when they're done right, they can be very entertaining. Like for instance, Becky versus Lara versus Bailey at Evolution from last year was fan freaking tastic. I absolutely enjoyed that match. So good. Like that argument may have been, and arguably the best one that came out of last year. That was so damn
Every
good.
match on every match on Evolution was fire, top to bottom.
Literally,
Every
not
match on
one match
Evolution.
missed.
Yeah, they didn't have no
Yes,
misses.
not one miss.
That was the best pay-per-view last year.
Yep, I'll pay review of the year. If people want to ask what our pay review of the year was, it's definitely Evolution.
Yeah, no, that was no debate.
Nothing came
Yeah.
close and touched it.
I don't even think Larry
Nothing.
watched it.
No, he was too busy hating on it.
Yeah, because he was like, no, I'm not watching no whole woman card, whatever. Yeah. He didn't even watch it.
We watched him was like, bruh, not only was it fantastic, but they put on a better matches than the man did.
Yeah.
It's almost like and we said too, what made that event special too was the woman came out to show that he had something to prove a lot
Yep.
to the WWE. Like, tell the WWE at the end of the day, listen, we low key are so dang on good. And because around that time it was getting a little rough. We saw the Goldberg thing happen, and we were criticizing WWE's event, and we did like the whole Ring Orange Jerry Rowe inclusion and all that other stuff. Which, by the way, Jerry Rowe's going to be on SmackDown this week. I forgot about Jerry Rowe. Showing up on SmackDown. And I am, my fingers, Jerry Rowe's showing up on SmackDown.
That's a show he own, ain't it?
Yeah, he's gonna be on SmackDown. Like he's gonna show up on SmackDown, and I guess he's gonna do a segment with Ray where he's gonna visit him. And I'm just like, I'm hoping and praying to God that WWE does not do nothing with where he's gonna be involved at WrestleMania this year. I don't know about that, but if it's their last ditch effort to go about ticket sales and getting some, I guess, some name in the card, I guess it works. But I don't know. Do you want to see that J Rowe WrestleMania in a match?
See what?
J Rowe in a WrestleMania match this year?
Who was that?
Jelly Roll.
Oh yeah, no. You said Jelly Roll was about to be there?
Yeah, he gonna show up on SmackDown for Friday.
Or for what?
I just told you. I said they teased it on SmackDown last week when he was talking about Drew and Cody and said that he was gonna show up for Love to Ring Orton. I'm like, okay, cool. And he said, I'll happen to be there next week and boom, boom. I think he's gonna perform in Jordan. I said, okay, cool. As long as you're performing, great. Trying to do a match? No. Just stay away, please. I'm not trying to see no match. Respectfully. You are a hell of a artist, but at the same time, I'm like, bro, no, I don't want to see a Jero match for SmackDown, let alone WrestleMania. Please do not do that at WWE. Please don't. Please don't.
Yeah, that's bad. Don't nobody want to see that.
Yeah, bro. No, bro. I would be pissed if they go as far as say Jerry Rowe's like, I'm gonna be in the corner for Ring or against Cody Rhodes for his book. If they do that, I'm like, I'm like, bro.
He probably will. When you think about that, when you really think of it, they probably will pull a stupid stunt like that.
Please don't.
And he probably gonna catch an RK. He's gonna probably catch an RKO or he's gonna catch a Cody cutter. One of the two.
You want Josiah to crash out like how everyone crashed out about Cody Rhodes last week? Put me on the phone afterwards. I will come on the phone and I will tell you I will crash out. I will absolutely crash out.
Yeah, they're gonna do it. They're definitely gonna do it.
They better not do that nonsense. Please don't. Or I don't regret him saying he's coming in to announce he's the host of WrestleMania this year. But then again, get us Bianca. Get us Bianca, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm kind of concerned. We'll see.
Yeah, I didn't know he was gonna be there. I did not see that.
Yep, he's coming up next week. This week. What's that then? So.
Yeah, he's probably gonna be the host. I don't think he's gonna be in the ring.
Yep.
He's
No, I
done
will
that.
say, he was fired. Don't get twisted. I like when he did that joke that took him to Logan Paul. When they did that, what was James Harden or something like that? That was fire. I ain't gonna lie.
Right, but that's a wasted match for somebody who ain't really like that for real.
No, don't
Who
do
we gonna team up with? Like we doing tag teams again? I'm like, bro, come on.
that. Right.
I don't know.
I did hear in the rumor mill that they're going to probably put in the U.S. Women's Titles match for Tiffany Stratton and Julia, and I'm like, I'm fine with that. Sign me up. I'll watch it. I'm definitely fine with that match.
So they knocking Tiffany down the U.S. title world worthy now.
I think they're just trying to get her something to do on the card because they don't want to have her left out off the card because they did put her in that promo picture alongside with Jade and all them.
The
So
first
I
one.
think they're trying to get her to do at least something. Besides that, you can't put her on fashion because she ain't got no fashion partner.
Yeah. We going to the back or we going over there? Okay, cool. Which one you want? The hospital entrance or the clinic? All right. Problem. Have a good one. All right.
Yeah, another thing I gotta get to take on. Speaking of current matches and current people that have to be on West Main card.
Trying to think.
Does
So
Alex, huh?
I'm trying to think who all was on that. Yeah, because Tiffany Stratton was on that
Yeah,
poster.
she was in that card.
Well, who else
Yep.
was on that? Who else was on there?
Charlotte, Liv, it wasn't Alexa, surprisingly.
Liv
But
got
what's
a
she on there?
Liv got yeah. Okay, Liv is already taken up. Charlotte has
Right,
nothing.
right,
Charlotte has nothing. Rhea has something.
right.
Was
They
Becky
have
at the
something.
table?
Yes.
But Becky has nothing. Wow,
I
this
think
is
they're
a
gonna put her
gimmick
in.
situation.
Yeah, it is interesting. I do think they're gonna put her in an ice title. I don't know. Unless she really is sick for real that one way where she gonna be up in for this year. It's so weird. Um, I don't know. But I do want to get your take on something about Bailey right quick. And it's
Mm,
an interesting topic. I want to see what you think. Because her contract is set to expire this year, right?
right.
Just Alex on YouTube was like, they better make sure Bailey is on the card of WrestleMania this year. Because he missed out on WrestleMania last year. And he's of the opinion that she's off the card this year. If he's Bailey, he said he want to have her sign a contract to WWE for another contract extension, and then she go over to AEW or somewhere else. Your comment?
Bailey going to another company.
Yep.
Why?
Because he feels that the WWE isn't treating her right.
Because he want her to have a title.
He wants to be a Mania.
Was she at Mania last year?
Nope. They took her out. Remember? They gave Becky her spot.
Ain't she the number one contender for the title on Raw?
Yep. But she's facing AJ on Raw next week.
So does she beat AJ?
Possibly. Possible.
Mm, I don't know. To send Bailey to another show. No, I don't. I don't. I don't know. I don't think if that makes any sense to me.
Well, AEW does have their own women's tag title. They could pair her up with Sasha if she wants to come back. Sorry, not come back, but come over there.
But even if she does that, why does she have to have a title? Is what I'm saying.
I don't think it's so much about Bailey even having a title. I think I don't know.
People gotta
Something I feel like
people
she
gotta
can
look at
push.
the people gotta look at the women's roster and be honest with themselves. And when you be honest with yourself, name how many people that Bailey is better than on this new women's roster. Like literally, she's not better than
Mm-hmm.
Jade. She's not. Well, I mean, the way that they're pushing it, she's not better than Jade. She's not better than Rhea. She's not better than Io. She's not better than Asuka. She's not better than Tiffany. She's not. You know, it's a lot of. It's not. She's not better than Liv. She's not better than Stephanie. That's 8 people right there. Why is people mad because she ain't in the circle? It's because she's literally not better than anybody. The new talent has been better than her. And the reason why the new talent has been better than her is because she's been putting the new talent over. She's doing her
Mm-hmm.
job. Why y'all want her to leave?
She feels like she's not getting her flowers or her push just because she gets too much.
Why was she not getting her
It's weird.
flowers when the reason why Oscar, well, I can't say who she is. Oscar's been that. But the reason why everybody, EO and all of them, the reason why Bailey got them there.
Yeah,
Without
to be
Bailey,
clear.
we not talking about none of the people that I just mentioned. So she is getting her
Yeah.
flowers. They just wanted to be publicly in front of everybody. I'm like, Bailey, I don't know.
No,
I can't.
this is the weird thing.
It
And
don't
then go
make
back to
sense for her to go to
what we
another
were saying.
company and just go straight to the top. I'm like, no, bro. That's what. This is what I'm saying.
Go ahead,
We
baby.
said the same thing with CM Punk and Cody Rhodes when they came back to the WWE. We do not want them to come straight to the top because you didn't earn it. You got to go and grind to get to the top. But yet when we go to AEW, they want Bailey to go to AEW and then go straight to the title. Like nigga, no.
Mm-hmm.
No, you don't get that. You got to grind just like everybody else did. Like, what are you talking about? And that's very telling. You know what I'm saying? Because
Mm-hmm.
if Bailey goes, just like what the WWE
Oh,
people has done, if Bailey goes to AEW and comes to the top, that just tells everybody in AEW's catalog that I'm better than all of y'all. That's why I got the slot as soon as I got here.
this is where it becomes interesting for you to point that out. And then go back to what we were saying about Cody and Randy, right? This idea that when a wrestler who's a babyface wins way too much, whether it's a he or a she. They had an issue with Cody. You had an issue with Charlotte Flair winning so much, right? You had an issue with Becky winning so much. You had an issue with what's his call's name? Sasha winning so much. Now y'all say y'all want Bailey to do it. My question is, if Bailey was to win the women's title the next week on Monday Raw, have her face Bailey Victoria, she wins the women's title. Y'all gonna support it, right? But say she goes 7 months, maybe even 8 months as champion. All right, you're gonna hit her with the, oh, what time Bailey's the champion? She's a boring champion. She's this kind of champion. She's that kind of champion. Boom, boom. But this
My
is what
point
you
exactly.
guys wanted. This is what you guys wanted, though. So now that WWE gives you what you want, you stay want to complain and be like, it's not enough. It's not enough. So my question is, when is enough?
And it's never gonna be enough. So
Never
that's why that's why it's,
in pro
that's
wrestling
why it's a
history.
wasted conversation when it comes to talking to these guys because it's like, bro, what are you talking about? Literally, what are you talking about? It's like, no, like, what do you mean? Oh no, but Bailey needs to be here. I'm like, okay, but then when she's there, oh, such and such needs to be here. I'm like, bro, you just put Bailey there. Now you want somebody else to be up there too? Y'all know it's only one belt, right? Why y'all want everybody? Why you want the belt to change hands every week? Make it make
All
sense.
right. Bailey has won the women's Money in Bank before. She's won the women's Royal Rumble. Was the first women's tag team champion alongside Sasha Banks. Besides that, she's been WWE women's champion, SmackDown women's champion, Raw women's champion, multiple times. She's helped lead a stable. She faced a girl who was in her stable and beat her for the title at WrestleMania 40.
Exactly. So
Right? She's
she missed
she's
WrestleMania last year. She was the
right.
champion before that. Like, why are we talking about Bailey ain't getting no looks?
She exactly. She helped elevate Oscar. She gave Oscar the NC Women's title, and Oscar went on a whole entire run with the NC Women's title. She did so much to elevate Lyra Valkyria, and still right now, currently as we speaking, is elevating Lyra Valkyria. She just elevated Sol Ruka and gave her a win. And no, Sol Ruka didn't win by hitting the Snow Slasher. I mean, she hit the Snow Slasher in the match, but she didn't even win with the Snow Slasher. She beat Bailey by a roll-up.
Right.
Bailey has been so giving, and she just won the six-match challenge match this past week on Monday Night Raw to earn an opportunity to face AJ, which I don't think she needs to win. I would love to see her win, but she don't need to. Why? Because Bailey is still dead. Bailey is highly decorated as we stand right about now. And on top of that, if you want to put her across WrestleMania, sure. Put her in with Lyra in the tag team thing. That's the only thing I can see Bailey being involved in. Other than that, no. I'm okay with Bailey not being on WrestleMania. And there's no shade for Bailey. I love Bailey, but I'm okay with her not being at Mania for this year. But for some odd reason, if she don't Mania, go ahead and resign your contract. Don't sign with the WWE. Let your contract
She
expire
missed
and go
one
over to
Mania.
freaking
That was
AEW.
last year. The year before she won the title. What are y'all talking about? That's
Bro,
what I'm saying. I'm like, bro, just shut up. Y'all don't even be making no sense. That don't make no sense. Oh, Bailey's not getting the push she wants. What do you? How do you know that Bailey is not cool with losing? Like, come on, bro. Y'all thought Drew McIntyre was pissed off that he lost to Cody Rhodes?
right.
Guarantee he was like, bro, whatever for the company, whatever for the company, whatever's gonna make the company thrive. That's what I gotta do. That's what I gotta do.
Drew's been health professional. If he really had a problem with WWE doing what he's done, he wouldn't have lost against CM Punk and kept his team on into 2025 and into this year alone.
It's
If he
that
has some
simple, bro.
of an issue, he wouldn't be doing what he's doing. He's a professional wrestler. The key people got to understand is professional wrestlers. There's no such thing as wins and losses mattering. What matters at the end of it is who is getting over and who's going, and who went over, who got over, and how do you maintain being over.
And what do y'all talk about all the time? Uh, one-time champion, two-time champion, three-time champion, four-time champion. Y'all talk about that stuff all the time. How many times do you have to joke? My thing is, you can't be that many multiple-time champions if you don't lose,
Mm-hmm.
which means
Exactly.
that you have to lose.
And Charlotte has lost.
And
Sasha
Charlotte
has
lost.
lost.
Everybody
Becky
has
has
to
lost.
lose. In order for the thing to build, you have to lose. Randy is about to try to go and get number, what, 15? Yeah, because he's at 14.
Right.
He's trying to go get number
Right.
15, which means he lost 14 times.
Yep.
That's the
Mm-hmm.
same thing with Drew. How many times has Drew had the championship? He might have only had it twice. Might have only had it three times. I don't know how many.
He's
But what I'm
he's
saying is when he
been
wins it
right. Go
again, it puts another
right.
notch in his belt. All right, I'm a four-time.
Exactly.
Oh, okay, I'm a five-time. Oh, okay, I'm a
Right.
six-time. Oh, okay,
Right.
I'm a seven-time. Like, come on, bro. Like,
Right. Right.
Drew ain't going nowhere, which means he can win the match. He can win the championship whenever he feel like winning. If they put it there, he ain't going nowhere.
Randy Orton, to further your point, BZ, Randy Orton is looking to achieve his 15th time
15
winning
time
the world
champ,
championship.
which means he
And y'all
lost it
don't be
14
saying, and
times.
y'all do not, right. And I wonder how many fans are clamoring for the idea of Randy Orton needs to get a push, and he's not being pushed. And they literally just gave him WrestleMania against Fred Russell for the world title.
Like, come on, bro.
Like, stop.
Come
Like, where
on.
you're not making any sense.
That's what I'm saying. So they need to leave Bailey alone. Bailey decides to leave. Oh
No,
well, it is what it is. But that
they did
don't
the same
make
for
sense.
Becky. They did the same for Becky. Becky wins too much. They call Becky Lynch Becky Hogan, bro.
And this is what, yeah, they call Becky Lynch Becky Hogan, but yeah, she just lost on a regular pay-per-view. Just lost
What?
to somebody
Put
who
over
ain't
Matching
fought in
Free.
a decade.
She's put over Matching Free, put over Live Valkyria, put over freaking uh, Bailey at points, put over, she put over a few RS last year. But yeah, she's Becky Hogan though. She's the one that's saying this is not for me, brother, or not for me, sister. I can't lose.
And you just lost, and you freaking, bro, make it, they gotta make it make sense because I'm like, bro,
Let's see, PPVs.
Becky Lynch, bro, she just lost to somebody who ain't fought in a decade.
Right.
If Becky Lynch is Becky Lynch, like we be saying, she would have never lost.
Yep.
But nobody's saying anything about that though.
Nope.
I didn't hear nobody complaining. None of that.
Yeah, it's weird.
It don't make no.
It's
Oh
weird.
yeah, salute to AJ. We knew AJ wasn't going to lose because she was playing in her hometown. How you doing? I'm Mark. Yeah, she's playing in her hometown. What she look like losing there for? First time back in Chicago in a situation in a decade.
Right.
And you think she's gonna take the L? No. And Becky knew that, and Becky was like, "No, it's cool. We're gonna let her
Mm-hmm.
rock out of her hometown."
You're
Why
so
everybody
welcome, Mel.
complaining?
Yeah.
Why
I'm
everybody
the
complaining?
wild.
That's because they want everything drawn up the way that they want it drawn up, and if it ain't drawn up the way that they ain't got it drawn up, then the WWE is, oh no, that's a terrible company. They don't make no sense. They don't do this, this, and this. They
WWE
push the same
WWE
people all
fans
the time.
WWE fans are the epitome of the Limp Bizkit song "My Way." You ever heard "My Way"?
What song
How
was
you
that?
doing?
By who?
Well, Limp Bizkit.
Oh no, I ain't hip. I only know the Usher one.
The lyrics go one of the things that's said in the chorus is "My way or the highway." The
Oh,
WWE fans are the epitome of "My way or the highway."
that's it.
They have to get things done their way. And if you don't get it their way, you are essentially like Jesus Christ crucified.
Yeah, don't make any sense.
It's
It's like, oh
crazy.
yeah, well, it sucks for real. And I'm like, man, move around, bro, for real.
Yeah, bro.
Move
Yeah,
around for
bro.
real. It just be like, bro, y'all just don't make no sense. Things just ain't gonna go your way. I mean, life don't
Nope.
go your way all the time. So what the heck you think
It
that's gonna
doesn't.
go your way for?
Exactly. No. And
But
if
to
you
be
are,
pissed
like I
off
said,
to go on social
yeah,
media to be mad and put posts on Twitter and all of that stuff is just stupid. When you talking about a thing
that,
that's not even real in the first place, like stop it, please.
that's the other part about it. I was going to bring up too. This is a business predicated on money, selling tickets,
That's all.
doing
Yeah, that's what it
entertainment.
is.
You know what I'm saying? Drawing a house, bringing people live entertainment in a freaking high performance theater. That's
Right.
all it is.
That's all it is.
But we don't look at it though. We don't look at it. They look at it like this is real life stuff. If Roman Reigns loses against Kurt Russell, we riot. If CM Punk loses against Roman Reigns, we riot. If Punk beats Roman, we riot. Why?
Yeah, definitely. And they don't even have no reason.
Now we just want to see CM Punk get his butt destroyed.
And then
Okay,
they gonna say, and then they gonna do just like Dave LaGreca said. Y'all gonna sit there, watch it, and shut up. Because at the end of the day, you ain't gonna stop watching it or nothing. So stop complaining and enjoy the show.
that's a fact. That's a fact.
Regardless if they do something that you like or they do something that you don't like, you ain't gonna not watch it. You might not buy the
Mm-hmm.
ESPN joint, which I understand. That's cool. But you ain't about to not watch Netflix. So what you own? You just talking at this point.
Speaking of Dave, for you to mention that, right? Why do you think Dave is so passionate and cussing out the storm?
Because I think
When
he, I
Casey
think he
Williams,
sees it all the time. With him being in that, and if him being a media person, I think he sees it and hears it all the time. He
yeah,
hears it all the time, and it's just like, all right, bro, y'all want everything to go for y'all, and it just be the little stuff. Because normally people
yep,
flip like that because they hear it all the time. If you've never heard
mm-hmm,
it like that, then you like, okay, I ain't gonna flip. I'll just let you know. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that no more. All right, cool. And then weeks
mm-hmm,
later, they do it again. They be like, look, man, I told you, don't do it no more. You know, like chill, bro, for real. Then okay, they don't do it, and then they do it again. If the more and more start building up, and then after that, cats just get pissed off and be like, "Bro, how many times I gotta tell you?" And then all of a sudden, their voice is cracking and they going crazy, and I'm like, "Bro, you got every right to be
mm-hmm,
mad because these people just not listening to what you're saying, and some of the stuff just be common sense. And since common sense ain't
I
common,
love it.
that's why everybody be upset, and it don't make sense. So people complain like it'd be like, "Oh yeah, John Cena say at the beginning of the
You're
year."
good. Just give me. I got
Johnson John Cena say at the beginning of the year that he's retiring. His last match is in December, And so John
Right.
Cena said that. He told everybody. February and March come. Yo, is John Cena retiring this year? Yeah, he already said that.
Right.
June, July, somebody say it again. All right, bro, you ain't hear him say it already? I'm like, boom.
Right.
And then all right, August, September, I'm like, bro, shut up at this point. You know what I'm saying? You see it. Look. This is what he said, bro. Stop acting stupid. When December get here, it's like, bro, no, I'm about to flip on you because you have 6 different comments from John Cena telling you that he's doing that, but yet you keep making this
He
dumb
been
comment like he
he
didn't say
said
that.
it. He said it like so many times. Like Cena
Yeah.
has
So
bring that up like so many times.
that's when you just lose your cool. You just be like, all right, bro. I try to be respectful, but you really acting dumb around here, like you can't read. And then obviously,
Yeah.
boom, that's it. And then that's when you go crazy and you get a David LaGreckham segment like he gave. Like, bro, he got frustrated, and I get it. I get
Yeah.
it. I'm like, bro, I'm done repeating myself.
BD's
That's why he
down.
always saying that.
BD's now supporting Dave. You guys, breaking
That's
news.
what he always saying that. He
BD
was
supporting
always
Dave.
saying like, bro, he was always and he just kept saying it over and over and over, and you can sense it. And you just like, oh yeah, yeah. And somebody's telling you that, and they just keep irking you over and over and over and over and over. The same thing with if you telling Larry about the bloodline, and he's glazing, and if he's saying you the Budios, as soon as you can keep saying it to the point that somebody gonna snap and be like, okay, bro, chill. I'm
Yeah.
done. I'm
Right.
done hearing it. It's cool. I got it. I know you saying, okay, booty hills, make sure they ain't booty. I got it. Okay, the joke is over. If Larry comes up with the joke again next month, you going to flip again. And you just going to keep flipping until it's going to be one episode where you just going to go crazy the whole time. And Larry going to do what
Right.
he did on the last one and hang up.
Right.
That's
Right.
it. That's it. Because when people get frustrated, you be like, man, forget it.
Yup.
I'm just going to crash out. That's it.
Yup. Exactly. Exactly.
So yeah, I get it. I get where you're coming from, man. I definitely get where
Right.
you're coming from.
And just so we're clear, you guys, whenever me and Larry are trading jokes, people say sometimes what we say a little. Last year, I feel like sometimes people took what we were saying with Larry a little too serious. I saw a lot of like sometimes a little too much negativity when it came to Larry, and I
Right.
get it. You don't have to always agree with his opinions, but to say he don't belong on the team, boom, boom, you're bugging. You know what I'm saying? Like you need to chill out with that. And I you know what I'm saying? Yes, me and Larry tend to not always agree on some things, and yes, from time to time, can he annoy me? Yes. But that's because he's my brother. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
brothers tend
And
to
he can
always
do that.
like we butt exactly, and we
He can do
butt
that.
heads, and we literally argue, and it's hilarious. And BB is cracking up most of the thing on time because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, where I am telling my truth or Larry's telling his truth, it's fun to see us just banter because that's what
Exactly.
brothers do. That's
Yeah.
what sisters do. If a brother and brother is not bantering and we're not arguing, well, we don't have a real friendship.
Yeah, for
Bro,
real.
Larry and me can go back and forth over each other, and then say he's like, Josiah, what time you got available for you know, to be at your house? I'm like, I'll be around here this time. Okay,
All right, I'm
bet.
about to
I'm
slide
about to pull
through.
up.
Yeah, that's
Right.
it.
And let's hang out. And you would think, and you would thought what happened like the previous
Oh
day,
yeah, on the joint.
all
Y'all
big
thought it
on.
was all crazy. Yeah.
No, bro,
Facts.
we be hanging out, bro. We watched WrestleMania last year, seeing Jay Uso beat Gunther,
Yeah.
and we popped for it. You know what I'm saying? Watching it on my TV on Netflix. No,
Yep.
not on Netflix. Sorry, it was on Peacock. But you get my point, right? Like,
Yep.
so people take what we do and they're like, oh, you guys really don't like each other. I'm like, no,
Right.
no. No, we was like we bro. We may not see eye to eye, but for the most part, bro, it's a brotherhood, man. We love each other, man. Seriously. So
I think the world, which should already be embedded in their brains, is to understand that everybody's not going to agree with you. Everybody's not
yeah,
going to be everything that you say. I agree.
yes,
Whatever. It
yes.
don't work like that.
It's a topic I addressed when I was doing my faith and my raising faith. By the way, go to my channel, you guys. Josiah Willis. You'll see me do reactions and all kinds of stuff. But one of my things I started to introduce like last year was a faith-based podcast. I'm a Christian. I don't mind sharing that, and I'm not ashamed of it at all.
Right.
I did an episode called Self-Righteousness. As a matter of fact, if you ever watched it, it's not called Self-Righteousness. It's called When I'm Right Becomes I'm Wrong. And I shouted you out in Larry, when you get a chance, go out here and check that out. It's called When I'm Right Because I'm Wrong, right? So the episode was talking about self-righteousness. And I even said there are points I had to recognize when I will be like, I'm right, I had to be like BZ and Larry. I had to come to you guys and apologize and be like, bro, just like, okay, I got a carry away within myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, excuse me, I had something in my throat, but I had got carried away from time to time when it comes to our stuff and be like, bro, like, no, I'm right. You know what I'm saying? You gotta see how I'm right. Boom, boom. But what BZ just says is so true. Not everyone's going to agree with your opinion. You can be inside your opinions. I love the J. Cole Fall Off album. Larry and BZ,
Did not. You liked
yeah,
it? I think it's a classic. Second day.
right,
Second time I listened to it, I'm
yeah,
like, yo, it's a classic.
exactly, exactly. So give things,
First time I
and
was like,
see,
yo,
and see, give things time. Give things time to appreciate.
yep,
So, because people comment you about that whole entire album too, off of the comments.
yep.
You
Everybody
know
going
what I mean?
crazy off the first
Yeah.
listen. Oh man, this mug is crazy. Oh my god. Is that a
How you,
DeLorean?
how you gonna compare it to the Car 6?
Ain't that
Look at
the
his Car
Back
6.
to the Future car?
Yeah, Back to the Future the musical is on at the Overture this week.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
that's
fire.
what that is. They got the whole car outside
That's fire.
I run over there.
with the doors flipped up. Look, this is a lady laying on the ground taking pictures with it.
God damn.
I didn't know it was down here. It's down there from the 12th to the 10th to the 15th.
Yeah, I saw it at a
Huh?
convention once. That's fucking awesome.
Wow, they really got it down here.
They go all
Okay.
out for this musical
Peter, I
too.
think Peter moved it. Or
That's
something like that.
crazy.
We want to move this?
That's freaking cold, bro.
That's
Okay,
awesome.
cool.
God, I'd kill to have a DeLorean.
Heck
I
yeah.
don't even need to be all tricked out. I just want one. I want those doors.
Yeah, I need them doors.
Like that is the coolest shit.
Yep, I need those doors.
Like I don't care if I get in a fucking wreck and shoot the fender like I did. Like when I have those
Look at the
doors,
doors and flip
I'm
up.
gonna look cool as hell.
Exactly.
Like I could be walking out in suitcase, no makeup, like
Yep.
not showered 3 days. I walk out the door,
And the door in, it's
like I
up
don't give a shit. I'm the
still.
coolest person.
Yep, it's up still. I play.
Thank you for
Huh?
shouting that out. I had to look up at
Yeah,
my phone for a second. I was like, what?
Okay,
yeah.
okay. No problem. Yes, sir. Bro, BZ, I can't wait till we get to a platform where we do like I don't know, like a Comic Con. Me, you,
Yeah.
and Larry, or we post it up and people asking us questions, and we both crack up over whatever question we're being asked about.
Trying to get a sticker garage and don't know how to act.
Yeah, that would be fire. I'm trying to
Yeah,
think
it would be.
which way I can do it. Let me see if I can go that way. Go back down. These fools they all parking in there.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I think the
That's the
garage is
problem.
full and
Yeah,
you
that's
look
why.
back out and it's all backed up. Why I do public transit instead.
I mean, about it.
Here, get the other one. The other two are over there. Yeah, busy.
Yeah, but they need to leave Bailey alone because they're not making no sense.
Yeah.
Everybody ain't gonna
Appreciate what you
win.
got right now, man. You gotta start being more appreciative and grateful for what you do get, man.
For real.
That's how life is. You know what I'm saying?
You
Like,
gone, then what they gonna say?
right. Oh, Miss Bailey and WWE. Oh, come back. Like, shut up. Shut up. No, you want if you want to, and that's it for the ones who are toxic and are like, no, go to AW or don't go to, or we don't want to. We're trying to see you in WWE. If you're one of those fans, shut up. Shut up. It's like something's wrong with you. You need your brain rewired or something. Like, come on, bro. Like, it's ridiculous. But this is what we live in, man. The times we live in through social media, bro. This is what you have to go through
For real.
every single day. I'm getting harassed on my channel right now as we speak a little bit. And I have to be like, you know what? It's all good.
That was
All
not
love.
the way of all the
All right.
People trying to walk north of the area.
What? All right.
Have a good rest of your
You
day.
too.
Drive safe.
Yeah.
Baby, someone called me.
There we go.
I think it was a week ago or two, but someone called me in my live chat. They called me a beanhead.
A what?
They called me a beanhead.
A bean head for what?
Yeah, a freaking beanhead. I don't know. People coming at me talking about you want a DL and this man, sir, you cheating too hard. Why you reacting to this boom boom? Reacting like this, and it's like I don't take it personal. At all honesty, I really don't. To me, it's low-key funny. It's hilarious, for real. I really don't. Because you don't know who I am. That's the biggest thing. You don't know who I am, nothing of what you're saying to me is going to offend me. No, I said. I was telling Real Austin to go ahead
Hold on.
and have him watch our obedience episode.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? The dude on there was calling me and you up.
Yeah, for sure.
Shout out to him. He's funny. I mean, I had iPhone 3. I'm gonna find where he at, man. I got no iPhone 3. iPhone 6 where I'm at.
iPhone 3 is crazy.
That was crazy. That's the
That
iPhone
was
3.
too crazy.
Yup.
Hold on. Let me call you right back.
You good, bro? All right, bro.
Yeah.
Boom, bang, 2 to the dome, you know I came to kill. And all the DJs and beat makers know the drill. Your boy back, they all run like sawmill. This beat was just sent to me, this was a fresh kill. But you ain't know when I load up, I act wild. Like draw 4, my screen kicks like a bad child. It's time to relocate, but not the eastbound. Call me a virus, we moving to the west now. I've been bugging more ammo than any Russian. My 16s, I air out like a semi-bussin'. My chick bad, I sing to her like David Ruffin. Give her the game, she roll up, we lit and puffin'. Thought I was done, but this rapping is in my bloodline. Keep feeding me beats, I zip them up like K-Shine. The swag so out of this world, never in state lines. Used to be passing with everything, now I take mine. Pittsburgh, my name Monty, some of you notice me. I get you lit and I'm brown, nickname me Hennessy. I came in the game, they ain't do nothing but doubt. But now I feel like a tongue to win my name in your mouth.